The World Cup draw is 1 week away and FIFA have kept the top seeds apart in that draw, announcing the top 4 seeds, according to the FIFA rankings, won't face each other until the semi-final and the final. This, of course, would only apply if the 4 countries win their groups, those countries being Spain, Argentina, France and England. Is this a good thing, Jules? Does it matter?
No, I think it's a terrible decision by FIFA. Really, winning your group is one thing, no problem. You get a favourable draw after that for the last 32 and potentially the last 16. But after that, anybody should be able to face anybody else. What is this protective thing that because they're the 4 best ranking teams in the world right now, they can't face each other before the semi-final, and obviously for 2 of them, not before the final. This is just ridiculous. I think it's almost as bad as the decision to obviously only ban Cristiano Ronaldo for 1 game and not more than that, so he can play the first game of the World Cup. But let's say it was not a great week from FIFA.
How do you tie that in? How Ronaldo get blamed here?
Just wanted to get it in. Is he right though? Not on Ronaldo. Is he right on the seeding?
No, I like this. I mean, and 2018, you had the ridiculous scenario of England in the group stage trying to decide whether to go win the game, their final group game against Belgium, it was at the time, to get an easier path through to the final. Now, for me, that just kind of goes against everything that football should be about. You go out onto the pitch to win the game. You don't go out there kind of, well, I hope we lose so we can get an easier path. And this at least negates that. It does away with that as a possibility or an option.
Okay, you were talking about it being the more tennis-style seeding, so I wondered what you thought of it.
Shaka's trying to convince me here.
Really? Has he changed your mind?
I've changed my mind slightly. When Shaka starts talking about that and teams going out to lose their last game or thinking about losing their last game or not performing quite so well.
Which England did.
Which I didn't think about
in 2018.
But Shaka, no wonder you worked for IFAB for all these years.
Has Shaka changed Jules' mind, though? That really is the question right now.
Oh, boy.
Well, no, because if France finished second, then for England, obviously, finishes first or second would also be different. So it might be better for them to finish second, and that last game might still be approached in the same way as in the 2018 World Cup. I just think the draw is the draw. You can't protect anybody. You make the draw. If we have a quarterfinal like in 2022 between France and England, so be it. It will be a great quarterfinal that will also enable somebody else like Morocco to reach the semi-final of the World Cup. Because really, let's be honest here, they're doing this because they want those 4 in the semi-final, right? This is the only reason why. They don't want Morocco in the semi-final to play against France. They don't want Croatia to be in the semi-final to play against Argentina. What they want is those 4, I guess maybe the most prestigious, or certainly the ones with the biggest stars, or maybe that can pull the most in terms of revenue and viewing figures and anything you want, in the semi-finals. That's the only reason why they're doing this. So I just think this is unfair.
Morocco.
No, he's selling it to me. Jules is selling it to me now. I'm going with Jules. Forget what you said.
To that point, Morocco,
the IFAB man, forget that. I'm going with Jules now.
Morocco got his semi-final 3 years ago by beating Spain. In the quarters. Now, again, because it's seeded doesn't mean that a Morocco won't get to a semi-final. It just means that now you kind of know your path, and for me, I like it because it takes out this kind of possibility or posturing that we need to lose this game to get an easier path. It doesn't guarantee one team being in the semi-final or not. It doesn't.
30-15, I think, to Shaka.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's just convinced me again.
Jules, would you like to rein him back in?
We get a jinx somewhere.
Anything else to add there, Jules?
But just, it will be an easier path for them 4, obviously, because they can't play each other before the semi-finals. So already the quarterfinals, right, is 8 teams. In those 8 teams, if those 4 are finished top of their group, they can't face each other. So naturally, the other 4 teams in the quarters won't be as strong as them 4 because they are the 4 best team in the country. That's where I think is wrong and unfair, because you should be able to have Spain against France in the quarterfinals, England against Argentina in the semi-final, regardless of who they are and where they are in the FIFA rankings right now. And obviously, if they can't face each other, the quarterfinals will be easier. By definition, it's pretty simple.
Juice. In other words, I don't really care.
No.
I think both arguments are good, but yeah, I don't really care.
But we did put you all to task because, as mentioned, we're a week away from the draw, so we've asked everybody to put together a dream draw for the group stages, and this is what we're looking at here. Shaka with Brazil, Japan, Ivory Coast and Italy. Stewart, Robson with Mexico, Uruguay, Egypt and Turkey. Julien Laurens with France, Iran, Panama and New Zealand. We asked for an exciting group stage draw. Did you go with exciting or did you read easy there, Juls?
France.
Maybe I misunderstood the task, I think.
Yeah.
I thought producer Mike said the dream draw for the French national team. So
Biased. See how biased
easiest one
this is?
possible. So I
You can't
picked
be biased.
Producer Mike is saying that he never said France.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's Jules.
who do we
reading,
believe, though?
Jules reading between the lines and getting it all wrong.
So when you did hear what you heard, Jules, tell us how you came to this draw.
Yeah, I mean, simply because I just looked at what would be the weakest team in pot 2, 3 and 4. And 4, obviously, we don't know yet all the teams that have qualified. So there could be New Caledonia, there could be Iraq, and, New Zealand is probably similar. I mean, if it had been like, what kind of game would you be happy to see between France and somebody else? It would be closer to Sharks and Robo, obviously. But I just thought World Cup dream draw, as in, what's the easiest for the French? So here we go.
That's Jules' dream draw.
I mean, you can see how he came to it, right?
Yeah, because he wants France to go all the way. Yeah, he wants no seeding. He wants everybody easy. Yeah, that's Jules' dream draw.
And fair, a few of us did need some explanations. I definitely kind of half took it Jules' way in the first place and then got some clarification and then things adjusted after that. Shaka, I know that you had to make a few
I had to
adjustments
make an adjustment.
yourself.
I had Ghana in there instead of Italy, and I found out when I came in here.
And again, member of IFAB.
Member of
Oh, he was,
IFAB.
and he didn't even know the
I had
rules.
two teams from the same confederation and Leicester from UEFA.
My thinking, my initial draw, again, I had Ghana instead of Italy, was in this group stage, all 4 teams might feel, I've got a chance here. And as much as Brazil are the highest ranked of those, listen, we see how Carlo Ancelotti kind of gets his team to gel, but I'm not convinced that this Brazil team is as good as any Brazil team I've seen. And keep in mind how the disappointments of 3 years ago. So, but now Italy coming in instead of Ghana because of the rules.
Italy have got to qualify, you remember?
Italy have got to qualify, and I've been very.
They haven't qualified yet.
I'm just telling producer Mike told me I can have Italy.
And sometimes we're just trying to see how it would make the draw fit that we're choosing.
And I thought Italy in that group would be interesting in that kind of, given Gattuso's criticisms that which I spoke about, having 3 teams from 3 other confederations up against Italy, see whether Gattuso had a point or not. I've been very critical, as you know. If he can prove me wrong or he can prove me very right in that group draw.
Given that I did get the assignment correct in the end, Jules, I fixed it for you, and I thought this would be a very exciting group stage draw for France, and I'd like to see what you would think of this. Iraq to make the things work. Morocco and Norway in there. How do you feel about that?
That would be great. I would want to see like a rematch between France and Morocco after the last World Cup semi-final. I think a lot of us will be looking at Norway and Erling Haaland for their first tournament, first World Cup since Jan Inge Fjordhoff played there in 1998. And I saw him the other day. Arsenal was so excited already about the World Cup that is in 6 months. So I can't even start to imagine what he would be like on the eve of the start of the tournament. And you had Iraq in 4th. I think it's great for teams. If Iraq make it, obviously they haven't made it yet. But if they did, them, Uzbekistan, Jordan, all those teams, Curacao, obviously, Haiti, it would be great. I think whoever is in their group, it would be amazing because it would be a great story.
I want to know more about that picture of you. What was that going on there?
That was the official Borough Babe. You know what?
How young were you there?
22.
The second last year.
Thank you, Jules. That's why Jules is my favourite pundit that comes on here on ESPN FC. It was just me last year. That was
so you were a Borough Babe?
I was the Borough Babe. I was the official face of the channel, the kit model. Oh. And yeah, it's all gone downhill from there.
Hang on. We didn't say that. We didn't say that.
No. I'm just laughing along.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm staying on for this.
I worked there for the season that I was the Borough Babe. We won our only ever cup. And we haven't won another
League
cup
Cup
since. The League Cup.
The League Cup, yeah.
All right, Robbo, seeing as though you're so professional and you're putting all of these guys to shame, these part-timers, you didn't just give us one.
Well, when you sat at the DoubleTree for hour on hour, you got a bit of time. So I wanted two groups that I thought anybody could win. So every game means something. And I got the two home sides in as well, the two host nations. So United States with Morocco, Norway and Italy. I think that would be an absolutely great group. You wouldn't know who would win that, who would come second. And Italy, of course, have got to qualify. And the other one, Mexico, Uruguay, Egypt and Turkey. All, I think, decent sides. But you couldn't pick out who would win and who would come second. That's why I like to see good games at the World Cup, tight games at the World Cup, where you don't know who's going to win. And that group would give you that.
I will point out, though, there are 3 host nations. So I was expecting 3 groups from you, Robbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't like Canada's group. So I just
Did you like Robbo's hairstyle on the pic?
that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Really?
I was 17 there.
Man, Jules is not chiming in with, that was last year.
But he can't say too much. Jules is going as well. Did you see that photo of him? He had a big mop coming across.
I'm not saying anything against Jules on the show today. Jules is my mate now.